The wait is finally over. Bugatti has unveiled its newest hypercar, ushering in a new era for the century-old French automaker. Ditching its recent tradition of naming the hypercars after notable drivers, Bugatti has chosen a very unconventional name for Chiron's replacement. The latest seven-figure is called the Tourbillon, named after a mechanism used in expensive mechanical watches that counter the negative effects of gravity. But the unique name is just the tip of the iceberg. Almost everything about the French marque's newest creation is extraordinary. The first Bugatti model created under Maître Rimaic's leadership is such an exceptional piece of automotive art that there seems to be an endless list of things to talk about. At first glance, you might mistake the Bugatti Tourbillon for a sleek variant of the mighty Chiron. While the new hypercar is not longer than its predecessor, it sits 1.3 inches lower and the glasshouse is narrower to reduce drag. The famous horseshoe grille has also undergone a transformation, which is broader and shorter than before. Inspired by the iconic bolted central fin of the Type 57 SC Atlantic, a center line runs from the new grille all the way to the rear. The slimmer headlights are topped by aero fins that direct air to the engine, while the hypercar features a one-piece taillight that beautifully contours the curvaceous rear. If that was not all, the new Bugatti comes with upward-opening doors. Unlike the lunatic quad-turbocharged 8.0-liter W16 engine that powered all the modern Bugatti hypercars, put an all-new, Cosworth-developed 8.3-liter, naturally aspirated V16. Eschewing forced induction, the V16 engine can spin up to 9,000 revolutions per minute, producing 986 horsepower and 660 pound-feet of torque. The high-revving combustion engine is assisted by 3 electric motors, 2 at the front axle and another at the rear. The trio of e-motors produce 789 horsepower, taking the total output to 1775 HP. The motors draw power from a surprisingly big 25.0 kWh battery pack that sits at the center of the car and give the hypercar an all-electric range of 30 miles. The French automaker claims that the new hypercar can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in less than 2 seconds and reach to 150 miles per hour in about 25 seconds. While it's unclear if the hypercar will set a new top speed record, the Tourbillon is limited to 277 miles per hour for its customers. At 277 miles per hour, the new Bugatti hypercar could circumnavigate the Earth in just 90 hours. That's the equivalent of 3 days and 18 hours. Covering the Earth's circumference of approximately 40,075 kilometers, for comparison, around the world in 80 days. Even more impressively, at full throttle and without brakes, you could reach the moon 384,400 kilometers away in just 36 days. Bugatti chose to equip its new hypercar with the most complex instrument cluster with mechanical gauges. The clocks were developed in partnership with Swiss watchmakers and are designed to look like skeleton watches with their intricate gear train on display. Furthermore, Bugatti has paired it with the most complex steering wheel system we've ever seen. The instrument cluster appears to float in the middle of the fixed hub steering wheel, which features a complex planetary gear system. The production of the Tourbillon will be limited to just 250 examples, each costing around $1 million.